Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with Scrap Squad Sunday, and I apologize. I had an interruption and I had to stop filming, and I'm resuming, but the page is I've made some progress on the page. This is the original this week. It's absolutely gorgeous. There are layers and layers and layers, and you know I love layers. I didn't try to get matchy-matchy with the papers, and I won't with the embellishments. I will have a little corner bit up here. I've gone tropical instead of, cutesy feminine floral. And I've already got my big over-the-top. This is a big over-the-top floral, and the rest are kind of supporting papers. This is my big over-the-top tropical, and it is not from the Wild Heart collection, but it could be. It's from a paper pad, and I like coordinating it with Wild Heart, and everything else I think is from Wild Heart. So I have in mind that my photo will go right here on top of this banner cut piece. And I layered it, everything's on foam. I layered it down and I put this kind of bamboo piece over to the side. And because there's going to be a lot over here, and I'm going to do a cluster, an embellishment cluster there. I've alternated this wild pattern. I put these two lighter colored contrasting patterns on top of it rather than putting this right on top of it, because it shows up better that way. I'm going to go ahead and put the photo cluster down, and I want the torn paper and the pink layer underneath it and this kind of batik print layer to show. So that's going to determine how high up I go. Okay, I'm just going to do it that way. And then I have these two pieces which will look like a long banner kind of coming from that layer, and then from there, and it'll extend up. Kind of like this arrow. That's this banner. I really like that look. That stood out to me in the design, and I thought this would be the perfect paper. It has that navy blue and pink in it that just really look nice and tropical. Okay, so that's constructed. I'm going to do a little cluster up here, but first I want to do my title block, and I have I've kind of roughed up the edges, but I want to do even this on here. It doesn't necessarily show, and I've roughed the edges of that. I'm going to put this out kind of as a backdrop to give me this horizontal line, because this is a more vertical element than they used. And I'm going to try to just kind of scooch it up there. That works for me. I have miscellaneous, let me say, miscellaneous kind of tropical embellishments. I do not have anything from the Wild Heart collection other than a fussy cut toucan that is from the reverse of this paper, I think. Or no, this, is that, yeah, that paper. Okay, now this guy is facing that way. So I think he needs to go there. And the reason I'm doing that kind of checking right now, my other embellishments will be from Pool Party by Echo Park. And I opened the package primarily for these palm trees and this tropical leaf, but I'm going to use some of these banners up in that top section. I will have the backdrop. In the original, there's a frame and then there are little banners hanging down from it. My backdrop is going to be this, and that's repeating a pattern from down here so that those, let me stand up so that, whoops, let me stand up so that I can get that placed parallel. That's going to tie this, what's up here, together with what's down here. So I have a mysterious chipboard floral that I have no idea where it came from, but I'm going to, it's summery looking and it doesn't bother me to use it. It's a style of flower that you might find in Bora Bora, which is where we were in that photo. And I'm scrapping that photo because it was 7 years ago today that the photo was taken. And it's, you know, coming up in memories. And it just, that's a kind of a special photo. Let me see. I'm gonna I want this to be a pretty prominent part of things. So let me get some foam and put behind it. Okay. And I'll figure out I'll let it overlap the photo there. I kind of like, or the title piece right there. I thought maybe, let me look. In the original, there's a cluster around this area and a small cluster up here. So I tell you what I'm gonna do is maybe I will place this kind of like that. Just glue it flat down on the page. And then I'll layer this on some foam so that it somewhat overlaps. Okay. I'm not sure why my watch talks to me every now and then, but it seems to always be at inconvenient times. So let me do, let's see, here we go. We want this guy kind of inserted between, do I want the tail maybe right there? And it doesn't cover much of John's head. His head kind of got cut out of the picture. Anyway, it was another bad selfie. I'm famous for my bad selfies. I do not know how to take them. And I'm going to do a green flare kind of right there. This is, and I will put that's where I'm going to put the hearts. Actually, I only have one heart, and I have a tiny little Rosie Studio seashell. The heart is from Fernwood, Vicky Booten. And these were just kind of in my little... Okay, so we've got a seashell and a ledger heart. Let's see, we have this guy there, but I think I'm going to put this one here and the chipboard one over here. Let me see. Let me see if that would look goofy. But the chipboard one is facing this way. I don't want to just stack chipboard piece after chipboard piece. And it kind of would look interesting for the glitter one to be there. Then this guy wouldn't get used. He's the right color pink for there. So maybe... let's just skip this guy. And what I will do is see if I can work this pineapple in. Maybe very kind of very slightly sticking out that way. And I'm going to do that even though it adds some embellishing in an area that the original doesn't have. I'm thinking it's like just a little accent. This guy needs a little piece of foam. Because that glitter does not glue down well. So I like that. Just kind of overlapping there. I'm going to use the wood grain up here. Ooh, this little guy could go there, along with a floral banner and this kind of gold banner. How about that? So let's do a banner and I'm not feeling that right now, but maybe instead of banners, or in addition to banners, we could have flip-flops. Kind of like that. And then this banner, yes, I know chipboard is thick enough, and you don't really have to put foam tape behind it, but I'm kind of liking the idea of doing that. Now I could overlap that banner there, or I could put the banner here. I know I want that. Should I put the triangle one just next to it? Let's see how that looks. I could kind of put it there. And does that guy have any place in this scenario at all, or am I just stretching it? And does this have any? How about I skip that guy, I bring that guy down and do that. And we skip the flamingo and we do a double thing, and then I can maybe do some small icon from here on the flare. Okay. There, can you see that? There we go. That's on the camera. Let me take the sunglasses, for example. And the sunglasses could go there. And the hat. Okay. Okay. The hat could maybe go there with the ribbon underneath this. Okay, let's do that. Why don't we? This is goofy, but I think it's going to, oh, I have moved my glue. Who moved my glue? Let's try this glue and see if it still comes out. It does not, and that's a real shame. I think I did something wrong with this, and it's a shame because well, I've got another glue right here. Let's see if that comes out. It does, and yay. So let me go there. And now I'm going to come back down here. I need more to build this little. I've got flare here, here, and this should be a good spot. That's a pretty floral, but I'm thinking I'd like to set it on this tropical leaf, which could scooch under that guy, and then this kind of go like that. Let's see if we can do that. See if we can make that work. Okay, and I have this other pineapple, which I thought I wanted to add. I've got that one there. It would be great if this one could be peeking out another direction, a different direction. So why don't I do that? That probably should have some liquid glue on it, and since my liquid glue seems to be cooperating. Okay, and that actually helps lift this up to give it some dimension. Okay, now what I want to do is pick some of the small chipboard bits and make little clusters around, like clusters around here, and add some sequins to those clusters. But I'll have these little tiny flowers, and I have a little tiny shell. somewhere. Let's put this flower there, and then I'll do another one up here. I think I'll go with the shell. There's a little, well, that's that shell is the wrong color. I'll go with the pink. Yes, there are no wrong colors. I have said that. But I'm gonna go with that. Okay, now I'm gonna do a few sequins, not a whole lot, but I kind of want a little sparkle. In the original, they used enamel dots, and I'm doing sequins instead. Where did my tweezers go? They're under here. Let's pick a big old cupped sequin for right there, and a little pale pink flower right there. And then up here, we'll do a circly pale pink. Kind of get that so that it's translucent so you can kind of see the glue through it, and I don't like that. Let's get this one. It kind of looks like two, but it may be double layered. Okay, and up here, and I'm going to do a bright pink flower right there, and a shiny cupped sequin right there. And I may add a couple down here by the pineapple. Okay, I'm gonna close that up, and we're almost done. I'm gonna use one of those shiny cupped sequins right there, and a kind of clear pink flat sequin there, and a little tiny bright pink right there. So we've kind of varied the sequins all over. This mix is Carnation Bouquet. And we're done. I am happy that I had the chance to scrap this photo. Let me see if I can pick this up. I need the help of my tweezers again. And I love the way it looks on craft paper. This is kind of a dark craft, and I'm really happy with it. And I like that flower up there, and it's very similar in color and style to this floral flare. So yay. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next Sunday for Scrap Squad Sunday. Bye.